Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Here is the presidential box for Zombicide 2. You can see 6 survivors: Abraham Lincoln, Ronald Reagan, Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Obama, and Trump himself. You can see on the back. So this is going to go with the Washington, D.C. set. When you open up the box, you're going to see the miniatures inside, and you'll get some cards on the bottom and a rule book to go with it. So you're going to get a rule book here that will come with it. You can see the presidents can also be used to replace a president in the infected state campaign. Choose whoever you want to use. The rules are the same except for one thing. The chosen POTUS is still a companion, but his leader can use his blue level skill. You have special skill red button. Usually start with a health of 3. Come with a double-sided ID card. As you can see here, you can have double-sided. Both sides are the same except for the red button. So the only thing that'll be different is the red button, as you can see on here. It's just a little bit different. The front shows an armed red button ready to be pressed. The back shows a pressed and start the game with the ID card on the front side. As you see here, they're going to use this example of the red button, as you can see. So you would start on this side, and then when it's pressed, you would go to that side. Additional skill, Ronald's ray gun. The survivor can use this skill once during his turn. Then you have the trump card. You can use this skill once during each of their turns for free before resolving an action. So that's kind of how that's going to work. So you have a little bit of rulebook. Not much here to download in your brain. You're going to have your miniatures over here, but let's take a look at the characters first. First, you're going to have President 45. You have the trump card, action, free range, taunt, damage, rain, die combat, escalation. And then the same thing on the other side. For President 44, BIA field medic, an action, a ranged action, tactician, die combat, and a born leader down here in the red. President 43, blitz, action, die range, hit and run, die range, free range, and reaper ranged. President 42, you're going to see a nice, that's kind of cool. You have the sword there, or a golf, is that a golf club? Horde, action, free melee action, webbing, damage, free range, and a charge. And then you got 40, which will be Ronald Reagan, Ronald's ray gun, action, die range, free range, die ranged, +1 to dice rolls, and then tough. And President 60, we go all the way back to Abraham Lincoln. Free combat action, it's very nice. Action, blitz, hit and run, die combat, +1 to melee, and +1 to a range. So that's kind of what you're going to get. And each side is going to have the button on that side. Then we'll take a look at the miniatures here. We'll take a look at Lincoln first. Presidential box, I think, is really, really fun. This is one I would suggest getting down. You have the real people in here, although they don't use the real names. They kind of use the number that they were president. But it's kind of cool to have Abraham Lincoln in your game, or have Bill Clinton with the golf clubs in there. I just think it's really, really fun and really, really cool. And if you keep politics out of your game without letting it bog down into your preferential person or whatever, and you just have fun with it and use it more as a gaming mechanism than some kind of, kind of convert your friends. You can really have a lot of fun with this. And it's fun to put Abraham Lincoln in the game, or put George W. Bush in there, Obama or Trump, or any of these guys, and just blast away. It's a really fun little addition. With the Washington, D.C., it just kind of wrote itself, and I think this is really fun to get down. Now, if you're one of those people that have to, your politics have to be known at the table, and everybody has to believe the way you do, this is probably not you, because it's going to bring up too much conversation and make people uncomfortable. But otherwise, this is really, really fun, and one I recommend, and we have a blast with it. So, track this one down. Great addition.